This man was convicted of kidnapping a teenager that he met on a gaming platform. Now he's been sentenced. So, a teenager went missing from Arkansas back in November of 2022. Now, I remember talking about this case whenever it happened, and police were actively looking for the teenager and the man that she was photographed with on a surveillance camera at a gas station. The 14-year-old girl who had gone missing from the Searcy area met David Rourke on a gaming application called IMVU. They started messaging back and forth after David York messaged the girl about her character in the game and then eventually asked for her phone number. He told her that he was 17 years old and that he wanted to date her. But she didn't actually know how old this man was because he never had his camera on. She was never able to see his face. I don't know if the girl went with David Rourke on her own originally, but once they got to his home in Wichita, Kansas, David told the girl that she could never leave. During the month that the 14-year-old was at David Rourke's apartment, she was actually living in his closet where she was given very little food and she was given a bucket to urinate in. She was rarely allowed to take showers. Now, David Rourke did SA the girl on so many occasions. He forced her to have unprotected intercourse with him up to 3 times a day during that amount of time. Now, I said that this girl was 14 years old. David Rourke at the time was a 35-year-old man. A 35-year-old man that was actively trying to impregnate a 14-year-old as well as holding her hostage, verbally and physically assaulting her on a daily basis. It wasn't until December 14th, 2022, when police were able to make their way into David Rourke's home and locate the missing girl. David Rourke was arrested and he was charged with several crimes. There were 18 charges in all, including child abuse, criminal sodomy, aggravated indecent liberties with a child, and sexual exploitation of a child. David Rourke was convicted by a jury back in September, but he wasn't sentenced until this month. So, as of this month, David Rourke was sentenced to serve life in prison, plus 10 years and 2 months. This was a maximum sentence. So, David Rourke, under Kansas law holds that a life sentence is not a true life sentence. So, under Kansas law, he will be eligible for parole, but it won't be until after he has served 35 years in prison.